Joey Aguilar could get another year of eligibility, which I'm sure Tennessee Volunteers fans know about. But this is a court case that I have been watching as it makes its way into parents next month. And it just got a new star player, if you will. What's up, kinfolk? It's RJ Young. I am not on a step mill. If this is your first time watching Adapt and Respond, thank you for joining us here. We talk college football year-round. If you're into that, hit that subscribe button, like this video, answer the question in the comments below. Do you think Joey Aguilar will be playing college football in 2026 for Tennessee? Because that is what is at issue right now. Aguilar is one of a handful of quarterbacks who seemingly exhausted all of their eligibility to play college football. Among them, guys like Diego Pavia, for which he was a plaintiff in that case. We're also thinking about Chandler Morris, and Trinidad Chambliss right now is working his through Mississippi State Court. It's a hot button issue, and hot button meaning if you touch it, you're probably going to feel the heat of it. It's going to hurt because depending on who you are, you either want to see guys graduate college or leave college and don't come back, or you get 5 years to play for, and that's what it's always been. That's what it always should be. Those rules are being challenged. I mean, even just this month, the AFCA at the coaches convention basically unanimously voted to extend the red shirt rule from 4 games to 9, mostly because players were incentivized to sit out the rest of the season after playing 4 games so that they could maintain their eligibility and perhaps increase their name, image, and likeness income for the following year. It's good business for them. What coaches would like is more incentive for those players to remain eligible to play, right? Not taking the red shirt. With Aguilar, he's looking to challenge the red shirt rule, but also that one was struck down by the judge that's going to hear his case. So I don't really think this is going to change. However, there's a new player in this that I think we all got to admit might actually sway how this ruling could go for Aguilar. So Joey Aguilar is being represented by Cam Norris. And if that name means to you something to you, it's probably because you live and work in the legal world. But Norris successfully helped UT navigate allegations and the investigation allowed, along with Nico Iamaleava enrolling and the kind of money they wanted to pay to him. He also represented the president, Donald Trump. He also has argued in front of the Supreme Court twice. Doing that even one time makes a career. It's difficult to say that Cam Norris isn't overqualified for this job. He also likes him some UT, likes him some Tennessee Volunteers football. And if he can help secure their starter from last year, who threw for a ton of yards, 3,600 yards, 34 TDs, 10 interceptions, and damn near beat Georgia, had Gunnar Stockton not come up with a ridiculous 4th and 6 go ball to London Humphreys in the back of the end zone, maybe we're talking about something different. And I picked that play out because that's the one that swayed it for me and took that game in the direction where Georgia could win it. But Tennessee was a good football team last year in a year where I was prepared to just say wash it, because you lose Nico Iamaleava, and as much as he wasn't the straw stirring the drink for that 2024 team, they did make the college football playoff with him at quarterback, and that does count for something. Aguilar stepped in after having not been a part of the program in the spring or the summer and won the job in preseason, and then looked good the rest of the way. Like, none of us were asking the question, is Joey Aguilar not suited to play SEC football? Far from it. He's very, very good at quarterback. As a matter of fact, it's easy for me to see a few balls going a different way. And Joey Aguilar's talked about the way that Trinidad Chambliss is, right? Probably faces the same odds to be a starting quarterback in 2026, if we're being honest about it. But that's what this is right now. But if you are Tennessee, you have signed Ryan Staub out of the transfer portal from Colorado, who at least started a game at Colorado and, ended up coming off the bench to beat Delaware. I know it's Delaware, but Delaware went bowling, finished with a winning record in its first year in FBS. So don't sneeze at the Blue Hens. That's a good football program that leveled up and hit the ground running. Most teams, they have a bad first year when they get into FBS football, no matter who they are. You can turn it around quick, but usually there is a lot to learn there, and Delaware hit the ground running. Joey Aguilar had played at Appalachian State, and that's it. He was there at UCLA until such time as they basically did the sign and trade with Tennessee for Nico Iamaleava. Now you have Faison Brandon, who everybody knows is the future of Tennessee football at that position. George McIntyre is also there. I don't see a world in which you want to throw Faison Brandon out there as a true freshman if you do not have to. Ideally, you would love to get this year from Joey Aguilar and have Faison Brandon coming in there in mop-up duty and have him ready to go to start 2027. I think that's a perfect world for Tennessee fans. I think that's a perfect world for Josh Heupel. But right now, you really have to trust that Cam Norris is going to put you in the best position to win this case, or at least give the judge something to think about. I don't think anybody's given the judge anything to think about, and that's why it's been really easy to throw these things in the hopper. But as you're getting to see, like in the state of Alabama, for instance, it is really important who gets these cases, what their affiliations are, and how they have ruled in the past, right? Like if you get assigned a case that has an Alabama men's basketball player at the 4, and you are a big donor to Alabama athletics, kind of feels like there's a conflict of interest there, dog. And we're not always good about recusing ourselves, we being the judges, when that time comes. I'm really not that. I'm not thrilled by this. I'm not. I'm really not. I think that if Tennessee can succeed, right? Succeed. Go right ahead, because the only rules that you're breaking are the ones they can't enforce. On the other hand, like if you are a regular college football fan or even college basketball fan, you got to be asking questions about when is enough enough? Can we come to a place where we have decided that maybe there is even an age limit to playing college football or college basketball? Are we really going to continue to let people play 8 years of college football? In the case of like Muhammad Toure, who's going to play linebacker at Miami. A couple years ago, we had a Miami tight end who's going to play a 7th year, a 9th year. When is enough here? I mean, Indiana went 16-0, but underneath all of that, the average age of an Indiana football player is 24. That's a 3-year starter in the NFL. You know, like that's what that used to be. As we keep pushing this line back further, we keep obscuring what has become really difficult to talk about out in the open, which is what do we want college football or college athletics to be in this age? And yeah, we're up against it. And I think judges having the final say over who does and does not play college athletics is not what anybody wants, including those judges. But no one is really incentivized to get this thing under control, because you're going to have Cam Norris that can come in and maybe fix it for you, right? Like that's just what it's going to be. I'm doing this segment because I like Tennessee and I like Tennessee fans, and I think that this is a topic that needed to be spoken about, and it's not to disparage Tennessee or Vols football. It's not what I'm doing here. What I am asking is, if you could get Joey Aguilar across the country, is that what you would want? Is that what you want the sport to be? If the answer is yes, tell me about it in the comments below. If the answer is no, tell me about it in the comments below.